Incredibism City, the Prism is a dazzling, immersive world that transforms perception and the nature of reality through light, color, and motion. It's a city where the boundaries of the physical world are blurred by optical illusions, reflections, and ever-shifting forms, creating a dreamlike environment. Visual aesthetic and environment. Prismatic spires dominate the skyline, acting as massive prisms that bend and scatter light into a breathtaking array of colors. These towers are both architectural landmarks and mirrors, reflecting fragmented images of the city and its inhabitants, giving the city an impressionistic, shifting quality. As light passes through these spires, it creates vast washes of color that sweep across the city like tides. Spectrum streets, where light itself becomes a living element, shift and transform as inhabitants walk, leaving colorful, ephemeral trails in their wake. The streets pulse with energy, responding to the collective emotions of the people, shifting hues and brightness based on the communal vibe. The streets are a constant interplay of solid ground and vibrant rivers of light, making walking through them an almost meditative experience. Fractal buildings showcase infinite complexity. These buildings appear to grow into themselves with transparent and semi-transparent walls that create an interplay of reflections and refractions. Their edges are constantly transforming, giving the sense that the architecture itself is alive, always evolving in response to light and the observer's perspective. Chromatic gardens, instead of plants, host crystalline structures that refract and scatter light in spectacular ways. These light flora are delicate, constantly shifting forms that seem alive as they change colors throughout the day. At night, these gardens become glowing oases of radiance, as if the flora is lit from within, transforming them into ethereal, living sculptures of pure color. Experiential and emotional impact. Walking through Incredibism City, the Prism, is like stepping into a living painting where reality is a fluid concept. The city's vibrant interplay of light creates a sense of awe where the familiar transforms into something new at every glance. The Refraction Dome, a monumental space at the city's edge, is a place of profound introspection and optical wonder. Inside, reality splinters into infinite possibilities. Objects and images multiply and shift, creating endless versions of themselves. This space is a place of meditation, philosophy, and art, where people come to contemplate the infinite nature of self and perception. The horizon of light marks the city's boundary, where land and sky merge into a continuous stream of radiant color. The boundary shifts, blending the physical and the metaphysical, creating the illusion that the city itself extends into the cosmos, reflecting its energy endlessly back upon itself. Philosophy and art. At the heart of Incredibism City, the Prism is the idea that reality is not singular, but instead made up of countless perspectives. Like light passing through a prism, the city fractures and multiplies experience, revealing the myriad ways we can perceive the world around us. This idea is reflected in the city's artistic expression, where light is both a medium and a metaphor. Public art installations in the city play with reflection, refraction, and light, creating spaces where the lines between the observer and the observed are blurred. Sculpture and performance art in the Prism are dynamic, constantly changing based on the position of the viewer, the time of day, and even the collective energy of the crowd. Inhabitants' clothing itself becomes art, woven from materials that reflect and refract light, causing the people to seem like extensions of the city's radiance. As they move, their appearance shifts, making them part of the living kaleidoscope that is the Prism. Conclusion: a living kaleidoscope. Incredibism City, the Prism is an exploration of light, perspective, and the nature of reality itself. It embodies the Incredibism philosophy of constantly shifting perceptions, where art, architecture, and even daily life are integrated into a harmonious and ever-changing dance of color and light. The city is not just a place but an experience, an interactive, living canvas that invites its inhabitants and visitors to constantly reimagine what is real. Living in the Prism means embracing change and ambiguity, where every step reveals new patterns and possibilities, reminding everyone that reality is just one angle of many in the spectrum of existence.